Hello loyal fans and subscribers, ninamorifanboi here with my PBF Season 5 Week 1 battle. As I mentioned in the introduction video, this will not be a live battle, but I will be showing the replay at least. I've also decided not to make a team building video. If that upsets anyone, I'm sorry, but I figured before the battle I'll just kind of look at my and my opponent's teams and break down what I brought and why. So my opponent, Chicago Ursarings, has Zygarde 50%, and that is his Z-Mon, Jirachi, Rotom Heat, Mienshao, Slowking, Serena, Porygon 2, Togetic, Alolan Persian, and Avalugg. So only 3 potential hazard removers in Togetic, Serena, and Avalugg. With that in mind, I felt hazards would be nice. I also saw this Porygon 2, which if you saw last season, he had a Porygon 2 last season too, and it did quite a number to my team, so I was definitely not willing to allow that to happen again. So I wanted hard hitters like Machamp. I figured knockoff would be invaluable. Same with hard hitters, I opted for Mega Blastoise because it deals a lot of damage to a lot of his team. Like, it's not really threatened by anything either, except maybe Serena and Rotom Heat if it's fast. So from there, I kind of built around, what I thought those two would provide. And where is it? Here's the team. Like I said, Blastoise with 4 attacks: Scald, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Ice Beam. Machamp, Assault Vest with close combat. That way, Rotom isn't as big of a threat. Like, it can't just burn things without any cares. If it does burn me, he'll be punished heavily. Knockoff, like I said, gonna be very nice for getting rid of potential items. Ice Punch for Zygarde because he does have that Zygarde lurking, and then just Bullet Punch for some priority. Rocky Helmet Gramble with Heal Bell in case I do get burnt or paralyzed or poisoned. Or can you put me to sleep? I don't think so. But also Rocky Helmet max defense as my answer to primarily Mienshao, but also I guess kind of Zygarde, and maybe quote unquote maybe somewhat for Jirachi. Probably not though because Iron Head, but at least I have Rocky Helmet, so if it does try to Iron Head me down like Jirachi does, then it is getting chipped away at. Shukaberry Metagross with Ice Punch, again for this Zygarde. Meteor Mash to hit Togetic. Pursuit for things that don't want to stay in on me. And finally, Stealth Rock. I didn't have another Stealth Rocker, so this was my Stealth Rocker. Here I got AV Tangrowth with knockoff HP Ice, again for the Zygarde. Preparing a lot for that thing. Giga Drain and Rock Slide for Rotom. And then finally, you can't see it, but it's a Nidoqueen. This was originally Latios to give me some nice speed, but looking at the team, I saw Rotom would have been able to just Volt Switch whenever it wanted, which I didn't want. I needed something that could, take hits from Rotom and then maybe threaten it back. So I opted Calm, Max Spadef and HP with Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Toxic, and Toxic Spikes with Black Sludge. I thought about giving this Rocks and changing my Metagross a little, but I ultimately went with this. I felt, this team would work best this way. So I think let's just get this battle started. I lead with my Blastoise, and he of course leads Rotom. This is a horrible matchup for me, because while I don't think Rotom can knock me out in one attack, I don't really want to stay in and, risk it. So gonna just go out to my my Nidoqueen, as he, I don't know, maybe he probably predicted my Nidoqueen to come in. That's why he went out to this Psychic type. In hindsight, I didn't know why he would do that. Maybe he thought I would have outsped him or something, but he probably just predicted my Nidoqueen and went into his Psychic type, figuring, he can probably handle me because this is bulky. As you'll see, it's Assault Vest, so my attacks won't be doing too much damage. But because he's in, I'm going to go for Toxic because the whole game I was kind of paranoid about this thing. I didn't know if it would try to be like a Calm Mind late game kind of setup mon. But like I said, it's Assault Vest, and he allows me to Toxic it, so it's not nearly as bad as it could have been. He Psychics me for some damage, and then gets, whittled down here. I go into my Metagross, taking the Psychic, pretty easily. And I could have pursued there, but I figured, he has regen, so there's no point. I'll just get up my rocks right here as that happens. And now I do go into my Nidoqueen on his Overheat. Only take 41%. Quote-unquote only. So it's a 2-hit KO, but his special attack has been lowered 2 stages, so after Black Sludge, it is not a 2-hit KO, and he actually switches back out to his Slowking, as I believe I got up a Toxic Spike. And now I'm predicting the Scald, so I'm not going to go into my Nidoqueen, I'm going to go into my Tangrowth, because even if I do get burnt, it's better than like my Nidoqueen getting burnt, because I kind of need that to come in on Rotom, So I do take the Scald, no burn, unfortunately for me, and I think I just fire off a knockoff. He comes in with this, okay, Rock Slide predicting the Rotom, didn't happen though. But he does get poisoned on his Alolan Persian, which is good for me. I don't want to get knocked off, so I'm not going to stay in here. I can't remember what I go out to. Oh, Blastoise, okay. As he doesn't knock off, he actually goes for Toxic, which I wasn't really expecting, but that also would have worked. So, not really in the best of position now, because my Blastoise got Toxic, though I do have Heal Bell on my Gramble, so it's not the biggest thing to worry about. And finally, I can just click an attack with my Blastoise as he parting shots out to something. I don't remember what. Looks like it's the Slowking. Takes nothing from Scald. I'm Toxic, so I don't want to, go for Dark Pulse, even though I have Dark Pulse specifically for this. Not gonna go for it now. Gonna go out to my Tangrowth as he goes for Psychic again, and I think I can fire off a Giga Drain. As expecting him to go out to this again, but he actually went Jirachi. What did I go for last? Rock Slide. He was probably predicting Rock Slide again, but I don't know why I didn't go for Knockoff either of those times. I guess I was fearing Rotom coming in, but it didn't either time. But now Jirachi's in, and I'm going to knock it off, get rid of its leftovers, as he gets up rocks. So Jirachi won't be recovering much anymore as he U-turns out. And Rotom comes in. I believe this also gets knocked off. Yes, and as you'll see, it had leftovers. Just some nice information to have. Here I go out to my AV Machamp, knowing that I can easily take an Overheat if he goes for it or whatever. As you'll see, it doesn't even take me to half. And now I can fire off a Close Combat. As you'll see, he goes out to Slowking on the rocks and the Poison and the Close Combat. He is not able to survive a knockoff from this range, so I go for it and get Slowking out of the game, which I felt was very nice, because like I said at Team Preview and Team Prep, this thing was very scary. But now this thing comes in, and no sense staying in when I have my Granbull, so I'm going to go out to that. As I believe he goes for High Jump Kick, and doesn't do much, takes, minimal damage because of the Rocky Helmet. I say minimal because he has Regenerator, so he's not gonna... He's gonna recover all that, so I'm just gonna go for, I believe, a double into Machamp. Okay. I don't remember why I did that. Maybe I was expecting this? I don't know why I did that, but I doubled into Machamp. Now I go out to my Tangrowth on his Iron Head, and he's gonna try to flinch me down, and he gets the flinch, so I'm gonna switch out here, get my regen back, and just sack my Machamp. Would have been nice to maybe put in a little more work with Machamp, but had to sack it right there. Now I go into my Metagross. I didn't think Jirachi would be able to touch me, so I figured he'd be threatened out by maybe Earthquake or something, so I'm just gonna go for the Pursuit as he U-turns and crits me. And, I do get off that nice Pursuit damage. I was worried that crit might put me in range of Zygarde's Earthquake. But as you'll see, he doesn't go for Earthquake. He goes for 1,000 Arrows which the Shuka will allow me to live, and I'm pretty sure even Earthquake I would have lived, but that crit did scare me a little bit. Fortunately, though, I was able to live and knock out the Zygarde before it could become a big threat. Gonna switch out on his predicted foul play or knockoff or whatever. As he does foul play, go into my Gramble, and I think now I go for the Heal Bell. Yeah, I do get rid of the Toxic on Blastoise and the recently poisoned Granbull. Now here I just go for Earthquake expecting Jirachi to come in, but he actually just goes for Toxic again. As I knock him out, I could have Heal Belled there, but I didn't think he would just Toxic again. So now my Granbull's Toxic, which is not really gonna matter, honestly, as he goes into Jirachi, and I believe I can go into my... Actually, I think I just sack my Metagross here, yeah, because at this point I felt it wasn't doing anything. So it comes in on Iron Head, and then he reveals the Fire Punch. I didn't remember Jirachi could learn Fire Punch. Had he stayed in earlier, that could have been pretty bad, though I think I could have played around his Zygarde with my Blastoise, maybe. It just really slipped my mind that Jirachi could even learn Fire Punch, because, like, I know other Steel types notoriously don't have access to Fire Punch, like Metagross, for example, gets Thunder and Ice Punch, no Fire Punch. Lucario's another one, gets Thunder and Ice Punch, and even Blaze Kick, but no Fire Punch. I just kind of forgot Jirachi had it. So like I said, could have been bad. Fortunately, it wasn't. Now I'm going to go out to my Blastoise, and I believe click Dark Pulse, or no, Scald. No reason to click Dark Pulse, just going to Scald. Knock that out. Here he goes into Rotom, as I think I go into my Nidoqueen on his predicted Thunderbolt or Volt Switch or whatever. As he does go for Thunderbolt. Now here, I'm at 32. He actually, as you'll see, misses the Overheat. Had he hit that, I believe he would have knocked me out, because I think it did like 40 something the first time. Yeah, 41, and I'm at 32, so pretty sure he would have knocked out. However, he would have been at -2, and as you can see here, Tangrowth, how healthy is Tangrowth? Can we tell? 44 when it comes back in, it's at like, I don't remember, like 70-ish maybe? So, had a decent chance to live it at neutral health, but definitely could have easily taken an overheat at the -2 it would have been at. So, my Nidoqueen got a free kill there from the miss, but I don't think it changed the outcome of the game. As you'll see, I just Sludge Wave here as he goes for Swords Dance, and he's able to knock me out, but I can go into my Granbull here and just kill him with the Rocky Helmet, basically, as he knocks me out with a high jump kick and dies to the Rocky Helmet, and that's good game. So I was pretty proud of the team. I was surprised how the Nidoqueen was kind of a last-minute decision, and it was kind of like the MVP of the battle. Thought that was pretty cool. But the whole team did essentially what I wanted it to, so that was definitely a good first match, in my opinion. Did have a little hacks, but like I said, I don't think it changed the outcome. It might have changed the score a little bit, but I don't think it would have changed the outcome, because provided I hit my Rock Slide, his Rotom would have died, and then Mienshao would have had to either set up in order to take out my Blastoise and then take damage from this, combined with the Toxic and the Rocky Helmet. So yeah, I don't think his Mienshao could have pulled through in the end regardless. But yeah, enough about that. Hopefully you guys are excited for more. Let's see, who do I face next week? I don't even know. Schedules. Oh no, Ryan's next. Oh boy. Alright, look forward to a crazy match next, you guys. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.